Great day, everybody. Great day. Welcome in to Spiritually Speaking. I am your host, Sister Efua. Thanks for joining us on today. Today, we are joined again by another guest, and it is Mawu, none other the Ebwe priestess that's going to be working with us today, talking about a great conversation, a great topic. So go ahead and go grab 5 friends, 5 frenemies, 5 people you love, and 1 stranger, and let them know we're here on Spiritual Tea Time with Sister Efua. Hey, this is a great day, y'all. I'm feeling really good today. I don't know about y'all, but I think that this opportunity that we're going to have today is something that's a conversation that many of us like. My earring fell, so give me a second. It surely fell out. So today's a great day. Today's a day for new beginnings. Today's a day for an opportunity for us to have some conversations that are about things that are spiritual, metaphysical, and also esoteric. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by esoteric? What that means is that I want us to begin to have conversations about the questions and comments that so many of us make. Uh-oh, I think I just knocked something off. Start over. We'll edit this part out. To think about what's actually available for us here on Spiritually Speaking. Spiritually Speaking is a weekly podcast that invites you to come in and enjoy yourself, ask some questions, get some feedback, allow yourself the opportunity to really explore the concepts of spirituality. What does it really mean to be spiritual? Yes, of course, spirituality has some rituals in it, of course, because everything has rituals. Rituals is brushing your teeth. A ritual is getting dressed every day or driving your car to work. That's a ritual, a type of ritual, the way in which we do things in order to get a result. So today we're going to be joined today by Mawu, again, from the Volta region in Ghana. He will be sharing with us some conversations around this whole concept of spirituality and a higher power, God. So let's have that discussion. We're inviting you to come and be a part of that discussion as well. Let me pull in our people from our other pages. Thank you for watching us and joining us on today. I really believe that, what I do is really a cool experience. Of course, we'll be taking some calls and feedback from you guys and bringing you up and allowing you to answer questions as we go along. But it really is our shared space, because we're talking about things that are going to enhance our lives and give us greater understanding for our growth and development. I don't believe in people doing things and not understanding why they do things, right? I want us to really get into spaces where we can increase our knowledge, support our development, and allow ourselves to really have a life that is beyond the magnitude of our circumstances, conditions, and positions. You understand? Today, I posted a post and I said, some people are always talking about how they're going to bring harm to other people because they felt harm. But that's not really how it works. That's not really how it creates a space for you in this world of spiritual connection and metaphysical and esoteric application of that knowledge and ability. I'm just saying, some people don't like to hear that, but it doesn't matter what you do or say. So I'm inviting you in right now. Thank you for those of you who've been patiently waiting to come into the room. We appreciate you. Thank you and welcome. I'm just waiting. I'm going to keep talking. So in the meantime, great day it is. So in the meantime, we're going to continue this conversation and we're going to get it started. I want to remind everybody that we do have the academy that is open and ready to go. And I want to invite you to come be a part of it. It is an online experience. There will be some offline experiences as well that you can participate in, and that is being able to be a part of the Activated Academy. Listen, let me explain something to you really quick so that you can understand the joy and the power that comes from having community. One thing about community, when you have a community that has a shared vision, goal, or quest, it typically allows you an opportunity to to feel more in support of yourself. You understand what I'm saying? When you have community, you're not arguing with people. You're not trying to convince people. You're able to share information without there being a sense of competition. Are you hearing me? And when we do that, it brings more peace and harmony into our lives. Most of us are waiting for something to happen in our lives, but we feel like we have to circumvent. We have to go all the way around. We have to make sure that everybody is comfortable. Yes, the goal is to have harmony, but sometimes being in harmony means that other people will not understand nor be available to fully understand what's happening. Does that make sense? So we got to invite ourselves into our own conversations. We got to invite ourselves into some communities that might make other people feel uncomfortable. That's what we're doing here at Spiritual Tea Time. We're trying to build a community. We're trying to provide services and resources for people and make it through it. So when we do that, join the academy, right? What's the academy? I'll go into it a little bit more. Let me share my screen with y'all. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Oh, it's not letting me open it up. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. I'm trying to use this technology, y'all. So I'm really trying to use this technology so we can learn some things, because I'm letting y'all see where I'm at. Listen, I'm talking for a reason. I'm talking for a reason. There's a reason why I'm talking, and I'm talking because I want us to begin to understand. So here it is. So registration is now open for the academy. The academy is something that is available 24 hours a day, because most of the classes are done online. There are some that you can go in the middle of the night. You can watch a video. You can watch a podcast from somebody else. You can read some pages of a book that has been uploaded that may support you, some links that allow you to do it. And there are also courses that will be done where you need to be interactively present and engaging in the programs. When we see that we are looking for places to join in, to connect, to honor. Yes, people that have been here have been on my online programs before. They know how they go. It's not, I don't really want to feed people. I want to make sure people are getting exactly what they need in order to understand that particular topic, process, or event. So sign up and join for us. We talk about the seven structures of life, the 7 structures of life. And that is your being spiritually activated and aware, being able to have mental acuity, being able to have your emotional stability, optimum physical health and wellness, being able to leverage your skills, your knowledge, your talents, your information that you hold in such a way that it brings you about and leads you to financial assurances. Because we shouldn't be looking for ways, we shouldn't be suffering financially. And we talk about when you get that financial assurance, how do you maintain that energy, that currency, that flow that exists in your money, right? That exists in your money. And after that, it's also about rewarding and reciprocating relationships, being able to have rewarding, reciprocating relationships, not just in your love life, but in your family life, in your community life, in your work life, in your business life, in your global connection. So that's what we're talking about today, really getting that space where we can understand. So that's what the Academy is about. It is something that you can have and you can experience on your own, but I really want y'all to understand that Academy is definitely one for you. Thank you for all of you that are coming in, that are watching. I know some people are coming in and then back out because they're waiting for me to give them something. But right now, I got to give us what we really need to know about this sessions and how we're doing this here on Spiritual Tea Time today. I just got a text from Mawu. He's trying to get in. As you know, he's not in the country. So sometimes the internet over there does not work as well and does not cooperate the way we would like it to cooperate. but it's definitely going to be coming back. And in the meantime, in between time, I'm here with you today to share with you a little bit more. I'm going to pull from my chakra deck. So give me a moment to mix the cards up. Hey, don't drop. To mix up the cards for the chakra deck so that everybody can be on the same page and we can all have the same thing. Welcome in, everybody. If you're here, please take a moment to like the live. Just like the live. It doesn't mean that you agree with everything I'm saying. What it means is that it's giving our algorithm a chance to come back and recreate a space to bring in more people. Also, take a moment out to share and like out the live. Like, this is about energy and interaction. Hey, baby, how you doing today? Let's get everybody up on the screen. Welcome. Thank you for being here today. It is as it is, right? Those of you that are joining us here, we thank you again. We're here every Monday and Wednesday at 1:33 p.m. Arizona time. Arizona does not go forward. Arizona does not fall back. Okay? Arizona does not fall forward fall back or spring forward. We stay the same year round. Right now, we're on the same time zone as the Pacific time zone. And we're going to go. So I'm going to pull a couple of cartomancy cards, I think, today, too. All right. So we're here. Let's see what we have to do. All right. Let's keep going. So oh, wow. So today it pulled up this card, the crown chakra. The crown chakra, so that in the chakra system, this is from my deck. All right. This one is the crown chakra, and it's usually done by in the color indigo or purple, shades of purple. And this is, not indigo, purple. And this is your crown chakra. It's right above, right? Where the soft spot is in a baby. Okay. So this card is simply saying, I have the awareness and unity with all creations. The crown chakra is about knowing, right? Your third eye is about seeing, but this is about knowing, having an awareness and a knowing and the infinite intelligence that is possible through your crown chakra. So if you have an awareness and unity with all creation, that means you also are pulling into that power that exists. So let me tell you a little bit more about the crown chakra. It also affects certain parts of your body. Every chakra is associated with parts of your bodies and functions of your body. And most people talk about it, but they talk about it so quickly that we often forget what it's about. So the crown chakra, the crown chakra is located, like I said, at the top of your skull in your cranium. And it simply means I know. It is when you say, I know that I am the best thing growing. I know that I am confident. I know that I am love. I know that I am peace. I know that I am prosperous. I know that I'm abundant. I know that I am wealthy. I know, right? You know this. It is a oneness with the infinite intelligence, right? This is who we are. And it's also considered to be part of our pineal gland, right? Our pineal gland and our thalamic gate. And these are things I know get a little technical, but I am a metaphysician and I am a physician. So I know about that. I specifically went into epigenetics for a reason, because I wanted to be able to teach people about the neural cortex and about how the brain and the mind and how your body, your nervous system reacts. And the majority of our emotions, that's why I said if our emotions are not instability or unstable, it affects your nervous system, which affects the muscles, which affects the organs, which affects the hormones. I know. How y'all doing today? Yeah, and that's it. And so when you begin to understand the body parts that are affected, you'll know when you have this in harmony, because you'll really feel this pure sense of being. That's where all that natural happiness comes from, that quest and that enlightenment stage that we all do, the pure consciousness of being connected in the oneness and having the fullness of your identity as a being, moving, growing, and exchanging. That's when you know. And I also give examples of songs. This is also found in the card deck. It breaks it down for you and tells you when you're in disharmony, right? And then it also gives you some songs. And so there's a song by India Irie called I Am Light that you can listen to. You can also listen to this song by Robert Glasper and Layla Hathaway called Jesus Children. Stevie Wonder did it back in the 70s, I think. But it's a song, right? Hello, children, Jesus children, right? And it's kind of just checking you and reminding you, how do you deny who you are, right? And people talking about that, it's kind of a slam, but if you listen to the words, you will find the empowerment of why that's about knowing who you are, not what they say you are, but who you are, because you are truly the Jesus children. Hey. But it's a lot of conversation. I look into more than just the beat of it, but it's sang beautifully in the message as well. So let's pull some cartomancy. Go ahead and like and share the page for me, y'all. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking. Mawu just said he's having some issues getting on. MTN is not our friend. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Lovey. So remember to do that. Yeah, so anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what I can pull out of the cartomancy. Oh, 2 of them failed. 3 of them failed. Wow. Wow. Okay. 9 of clubs. Choices. Options. Growth. You see these. You see these glasses? They're full. They're almost full. So you're almost there. You're reaching it. You're getting to where you got to go. By the way, these are the cards that I got at the glassmaking company in Eswatini in Africa, in Southern Africa. Eswatini, formerly Swaziland. Okay. So it's talking about the glasses are almost full. They're there, right? They're you have just a little bit more to go. Don't give up. Don't lose the steam. And here's the other thing it's telling you, look, it's getting crystal clear. Here's your money. Here's the completion. Here's the aha moment. Here's the clarity. Here's you developing, to blow glass. It's crystal clear. The king is here. This is a king, what people will call the money king, the king of opportunities. Stand your ground. Get prepared. Take on your prosperity. Stand in that energy. Create the reality, the globe, the light that you need to happen in your life to bring about completion. And here it is again. You're going to stand out in that energy, right? It's taken together. It's coming together. There you go. You're standing out. You're that one that makes everything come together. I feel like someone, when I looked at this card again, is telling me that someone is waiting for someone else to do something that they know they need to step up and do. Right? You already see what's about to happen. You're already accepting that it's yours, but you need to step up. You need to step up and start taking the lead. You see, everybody's in red, but this was in blue. They're all inside the box, in the frame, excuse me. But this is about opportunities, money, solutions, right? Confirmations, connections. Yes, 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 yes. So step up. Step up and make it happen. Let's get this party started. Now we're going to our Hoodoo Tarot deck. Our Hoodoo Tarot deck. If you haven't liked the live already, please do so. It would greatly be appreciated if you could like the live for us. That would be great. Yep, that would be great. While I'm spinning these cards, I see messages coming in. Let me stop it for a little bit so they don't interrupt. Oh, wow. Celebrations. Hey, celebrations, y'all. 10 of coins, right? You celebrating, onlooking, there's unity, right? You see these 2, they have it. You see this down here, they have it. So this card is telling you again, similar to the cards we just pulled, right? It was the 9 of clubs, the 9 of clubs. Things are coming, things are almost there. Start putting your power energy on that, getting what you want, accepting the opportunities, they're yours. And here it is right here. Stand out. Do what you got to do. Make sure you're doing what you got to do. Absolutely, positively. So it is. Oh, I like the way this card feels. Literally, I think this card is probably for me too, because I'm about ready for some celebrations. I'm about ready for some abundance, some increased abundance. I'm ready for and then children are a sign. And then children are a sign that this is actually going to be for your benefit. You see that? They got gold everywhere. And where I come from, we value our gold. We value our gold. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. This is it. And the ancestors, hey, for somebody, the ancestors and people, you have people behind you, you can't even see. See, they looking forward and they got the children there and they looking forward and they trying to capture more. But in the background, we got an older set that is shining, that is smiling, that is saying, this is okay, this is right, right? If you get nervous about what I do on my page, please don't come back and ask me for a reading. If this makes you nervous, then don't come, because this is who we be. Last but not least, wow, this card fell out. What is this? Be the fool. Go after what you want. Go ahead. Be bold. Be free. You see that? There's a rose. Got a little bag. Sometimes you need to carry all that other baggage. Your ground is royal ground. You're moving and doing what you have to get done. Hey, lovey. This is it. This is it. This is it. So we got our answer today. You're almost there. You need to go ahead and take the initiative. You need to go ahead and get yourself in gear. Be bold. Be sincere. Be true. Understand that your celebrations and the things that you have coming your way are here. They're here for you. Don't hold back. Yeah. And our chakra card was the crown chakra, telling us that we are one in unity with all creations. And you have full awareness of that. So therefore, if you need to pull on the energy of someone who's a little more confident, then you need to do that. If you need to pull on someone who's better with money, then you just do that. But don't sit there and wait for somebody else to do it. I'm telling you, that 7 of diamonds is telling me that somebody is waiting for someone to give them permission and or take over the situation. Oh, you're welcome. It's time to step up, my beloveds. It's time to step up. No more hiding, no more waiting, no more denying yourself, no more doing. Listen, I'm a different type of people. Today, somebody, y'all just don't know. Pretty soon, you won't even have access to me on Facebook anymore. I'm not even going to be on Facebook anymore at all. No interactive stuff. Like you'll just get a video or you'll just go or you'll have to pay to get time. And the reason why I'm saying that is that I can't afford to keep letting energy be drained out. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we keep this energy. A lot of you on this call, a lot of you that come in here and talk to me are very gifted. But until you let go of the thing that is holding you back, remember the fool? He was sent it, and really, when I see that rose, I feel like that rose is being given to what they're leaving. Like, here, take this rose. You know how you put a rose on top of a casket? I feel like that. Some of y'all need to go ahead and send a rose to those people, those places, those ideas that keep binding you into a category that is not conducive for you. It says that Ellie is here, but his device is not connecting for some reason. So we'll give him a few more minutes before we bring him up and Mawu can come forward. Yeah, because, and here's the thing I want to talk about, right? Give me 1 second to just say this to you all. When you come into spiritually speaking, please understand that I'm a metaphysician. Please understand that who I am is not just somebody who just picking up this because they bored or they trying to have some relevance in their life. For me to have Sister Efua page came all the way back from me hiding on radio, doing a 1 hour live radio podcast. And I used to only call myself Sister Efua. Nobody ever saw my face. Nobody ever got readings that weren't done on the radio podcast. Then people started requesting, could they do readings with me offline because they wanted more information. And at that time, I was only doing a a hotline and I was doing the radio show. So then people said, well, can I meet with you or can I have a reading from you in person? And it took me like 6 months. And then I left and I went home and they said, you have to make yourself available because people are in need of you. So I started doing Sista Efua page. Please don't get it twisted. And I didn't even charge initially. I think I was charging something like $5 or $10. So this is not about your money. It ain't about no fans. It's about what I'm doing is part of my work, part of my assignment to remind you of who you are and the possibilities that exist in your life. Not because you have to do some rituals and some process and all that stuff. Let me tell you, when I go into the communities of voodoo, they have named me a mambo. When I go into ATRs, African religions, Ifa, Lakrumi, all of Santeria, I am listed as a high priestess. When I go to South Africa, I am a Sangoma. So there is nothing that tells me, because it's not about human people. It's about who you represent. So I accept all my gifts. I accept all my gifts and I share them freely. And not only am I spiritual, mastery, but I also can support you in your businesses and in your personal healing. Because it doesn't do me any good to tell you I see a mate coming for you when you all messed up inside, and the same stuff that made you lose the previous relationships or accept less than great relationships is now going to be here when this new person comes. You're going to get rid of them too. I'm just saying, everything is connected, and people don't like that because they want to make sure that you guys are bound to them. Nobody is bound to anybody. Half of the people that I've educated and shared with over the years are doing wonderfully well in their careers, wonderfully well in their businesses. Some of them are tarot card readers. Some of them have stepped into their healing and teaching positions. Some of them are doing their own retreats. Some of them are doing their own businesses, and I promote them. Why wouldn't I promote? There's no competition. Spirit is so vast and so powerful. There's no way you can do everything. Some people are aligned to my voice and some are not. And I'll tell you this, watch yourself when you listen to people gossip. Watch yourself when you itching for people to tell you something to make you feel good or to affirm the fears or the delusion you have. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get it going. Hang on, y'all. I'm looking for something I want to share with y'all. Give me 1 second. Well, maybe I didn't bring it up. Maybe I didn't bring it up. But I'm here, right? I say that because I see you. I say that because I want you to understand. Somebody just called and told me today that somebody else said, do you see such and such? What she said about this on her show the other day? That's what I want you to do. But I want you to tell enough people so they can come and get the same thing and you can listen and not be deterred and put into fear. There's no fear. There should be no fear in your life. There should be no fear. Except for the fear that's telling you that it's time for you to move forward cautiously and alert as you expand into your territory. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I saw Ellie sneak into the room. I'm in the green room and I'm going to go live. Done. And go live. All right. I'm also going to try to go live in another space. It all starts within, always, actually. All right. Your fortune cookie said, better face danger. It's better to face danger than to face fear. Absolutely. Positively. So welcome in again to Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua. If this is your first time here, thank you and welcome. Today we're going to be joined by a guest who is an Efua priestess, and he has the Eco Village. That means ecologically safe and sound exchange village. Really, everything is done in a natural way. And he has also some knowledge for us about African traditional religions. And from a perspective, he is from Ghana. He lives in a place called the EB Village, right? And it's a great place to go and visit if you ever want to go and travel into this place. As usual, when we get done with our conversation, we will open up for consultations. If you want a private consultation with me, use the link that is scrolling below, which is linktr.ee at Spiritual Soul Spa. If you want to connect with Mawu afterwards, I'll get him to give you his information on how you can set up some time with him. And then I'll also give you the PayPal for you guys to experience it. Okay. So let's get started on today and add Mawu to our stage. Hey, at Forum.
Before how far?
La Marukukuwe, Saba. Hey.
Y'all are dodgy.
Marukukuwe. One of my favorite responses. So, welcome. I'm glad that you are here. And let's just have our normal conversations, right? Let's have our normal conversations that allow us to have this normal conversation today and to understand what we're talking about when we say spiritually speaking. Again, this is a podcast that is designed to discuss, explore, and experience spiritual gifts of myself and the guests that I bring on. It is also an opportunity for us to engage in deep discussions that allow us to grow and get rid of the myths, the fears that are hindering us from our true expansion. All right. So we welcome you, Mawu. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you? It's a great day.
Good. Yes, it is a great day. I'm excited for you to be here. I'm excited for you to be here. So let's get started. What's our topic today? We talked about a couple of things, and I think one of the things I thought was great when we came up with this topic is that you said you want to share with the people what? Come and tell me what you said.
Yeah. So I would like to just extend my pleasantries to all the very important guests that is live on the Spiritual Speaking show. And I would also want to use this opportunity to also welcome everyone that is here, because after this encounter, definitely you're going to have some impartation on your lives, and to be definitely a positive impartation. So basically, today we were talking about how intertwined God is, and how we could also not underestimate the power of our ancestors in this work of God. So I know this might sound a little bit more complex, but we're just trying to juxtapose, just trying to make one the things that make life. See, so definitely it's going to be a combo, and we're all going to get involved, because knowledge is just like a tree, it has various branches. So we just want to understand, have a deep knowledge and deep understanding of what really goes in our belief and the way we worship God. Okay. And some would say that God is just within us. It's our beliefs, our ways, our mindsets, and things that we allow to happen to ourselves. That is the power of God. So basically, today we'll be talking more deeply about some of these things, so we know really what we should be doing, what we should also allow to come into our lives, and what energy we allow to go out into the world. So basically, that's what we're talking about today.
Absolutely. So so again, we're here, we're talking with Mawu. he is sharing with us this whole idea of like what this means when people talk about God. And he's saying that a lot of times people are making it a just position, like it's either or, right? Versus acknowledging that it is all, it is one, right? And that it kind of exists within itself as itself in all. All we're doing is talking about the ways in which we acknowledge it to experience a new form of expression. So welcome everybody that's coming in. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate you. I was just trying to remember your other page. So anyway, so let's talk about that, right? So when most people, I'm just going to ask a few questions and we can talk about it, talk through it. So one of the things that came up, welcome. So one of the things that came up is that people always feel there's a conflict, or that people in ATRs don't believe in God the Creator. Is that true?
Yeah, that is a whole mistake that people do, because God is one. And sometimes I laugh, people say, I believe in the Holy Spirit, but I don't believe in my ancestors. Sometimes it's very funny though, but what is the Holy Spirit? Who defines the Holy Spirit? And what yardstick or what stream yard are we going to use to measure Holy Spirit's powers and what composes Holy Spirit? We've got it wrong. The Holy Spirit is people who lived here, who lived some years back, 19 before Christ, 1800 before Christ, and they lived before our great grandfathers came, our fathers came, and we're here. So those are the Holy Spirits that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know my great grandfather, who happens to be a cocoa merchant, a businessman, a philanthropist, and someone who loves nature and who believes in tradition. So if I say Holy Spirit, and sometimes people refer to the biblical Holy Spirit, and you have to do this, you have to do that, but the people that were here before us, the intentions that they came here with, and what they left for us, their absence should be celebrated, and that is what is really the Holy Spirit. So when you call your great ancestors, when you call your great grandfather, through the libation that we spoke about in our subsequent or our previous podcast,
Mm-hmm.
then they really come in and save us. Sometimes you see situations where you would not even understand how you are able to get out of that situation. Maybe being your finances, being your marital problems, being your life, maybe your medical condition, you just come out of it because of the Holy Spirit that happens to be your great grandfather or your great grandmother or your great auntie. Okay. And it also boils back to the conversation about not detaching from your roots, because when you detach from your roots, you're lost. You cannot have a plant here and the roots will be somewhere there in a different pot and you expect it to grow. They can all be in the same garden but have different roots and still have that blossom life that we're talking about. But they still relies every plant on their root. So we have to now go back and have that connection, that correlation, that link between us and our past. That is where our blessings will start from. That is where we can spiritually speak and things will happen. That is where we have everything that we think about, we manifest, and definitely they manifest in your lives. So nobody from now on off after this podcast, we should all appreciate our great grandfathers. Someone will say my great granddad was a very cruel man, but again, things that happen after life. Maybe he was just a very self-centered person here, but after life, they transition into a different world, and that is where they see the reality of life. That is where they see the real things that matters most.
Mhm.
So at that point, they are now transitioned, and when you really connect with them, they give you positive things in your life. See,
Wow.
so there is nothing like we have the Holy Ghost, and our great grandfathers are not supposed to be who they are, but seriously, we cannot do without them.
Hmm. That's a good point to make. I think that's a good point to make because so often what people do is they want to compartmentalize everything and everyone, right? Like you said, they from a religious, traditional religions, African traditional religion perspective to the current modernized, organized, institutionalized religions, they always talk about a spirit, of like the Holy Spirit, or the spirit of this, or the embodiment of this. But yet we're denying like the very spirits we want to connect with, right? That feeds
Yeah,
us, that gives us root. I like that. I like how you explained that today. People are in the comments are talking as well. So then, it is true that okay, so let's go back. So this ideal of Holy Spirit is not just based upon an institutionalized religion. It refers to a spirit that is able to be utilized by us in our lives.
yeah, absolutely. Now, let me just um, explain it in this other way so that I
Okay.
give a better and a very open picture for us all to see. If you're going fishing and you have a twine is not just a twine because it's a single rope or a single
Mhm.
cable or something. It's a
Mhm.
twine because it has been interwoven, okay? And that gives it the strength that we need to be able to, bring out the fish, be able to anchor the boat onto a very strong
Mhm.
pillar or pole. That is what gives it the strength. So if we are connected with our great ancestors, if we are connected with nature, right? Because
Yeah.
nature has its own healing prowess, especially the ground. If when we are grounded, we have that kind of frequency that we need. That is about some hertz, right? And that hertz gives us the the connection and the grounding we need. So our forefathers, that is one part of the twine, the connection from the ground and nature, that is another part of the twine, and ourselves, our current
Mm.
state, because it's just like how we have various forms of transition, maybe from the gaseous state to the sublimation stage to whatever state, right? To the solidification stage. All those things are phases, and one cannot live with that without the other. So
Yes.
when we are able to go back to our roots, connect well, do the right things, you see that God will just speak in our lives. It
Mm.
would not um, be based on your um, denomination or your political affiliation or your economic stability or balance, but you see that everything you touch will be gold. Even if
Mm.
something is dying and you touch them, you water them, you spend time with them, you speak life
Mhm.
into them, they get resuscitated and come back to life. See?
Yeah.
So that is a different way of explaining why we should not stay away from our roots, why we should celebrate our Holy Spirits, which happens to be our great ancestors who have fought tirelessly, laid their lives for our liberation now. what we are enjoying now was fought for by Martin Luther King and those great people that believed in
Mm,
ourselves. See,
yeah.
so that is the way we have to go. And when we go
Mm,
by this way, we should also make sure we send this message down. Okay, it must trickle down well into not only our families but our neighbors, and that is how we can be able to have that connection with nature and affect some possible things that will happen in the nearest future.
mm. That's good. That's good. That's good. And one of the other things I talk about with people too sometimes is that getting them to understand that our traditional African religions, like one of the things I've learned, like I grew up at a time when people were very much about how things are supposed to be when it comes to religion and protocol and process. Thank you, everybody who's joining and listening on today. You are listening to Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua, and this is Mawu Barasu, who is located in Ghana, West Africa, at the EB Eco Village in
Yeah,
the Volta region of Ghana. And he is talking to us today about this whole idea of spirituality. This is a two-part series where he's talking about our ancestors and how spirits actually support us versus being something evil. Now, this is a question that a lot of people talk about. We talked about how do you celebrate your ancestors? How do you recognize them? How do you set up altars? That was in part one. Go back and check it out on my page. If you want to know more about it, you can come over to Facebook at Spiritually Speaking with Sister Efua, EFUA. You can come back and you can participate in that conversation from the previous week. This podcast is every Monday and Wednesday, y'all, at 1:33 Arizona time, currently on the Pacific time. Arizonians, we do not spring forward. We do not fall back. So it's always going to be 1:30. So check yourself on your time right now. Those of you that are wanting to know, we said we're going to get to this conversation. At the end, both of us will be able to share out from our spiritual, healthy, wealthy place, and we will support you with some questions being answered that you believe that your soul and spirit is requesting us to answer. But we're talking today to examine what does it really mean, and is there really a conflict between our traditional religions, our spiritual gifts, our spiritual tools that we use. So some people will say, oh, you shouldn't be doing tarot cards. You shouldn't be talking about ancestors. You shouldn't be doing rituals. You shouldn't be, going to talk to people who are seers and have gifts. And most people want to sneak there and they want to embrace it, but they're thinking that it's in conflict with that of the divine creator. And we're talking today, walking through that conversation, and we would love to get your feedback and your contribution. All you have to do is type in your message, your conversation. We'll put you up on live. Those that are watching on TikTok, I will have somebody who's looking at it to try to bring your questions to the place, or you can just come on over to Facebook. Come on over to Facebook and join us. Yeah. Come on over in Facebook and join us here on Facebook at Spiritually Speaking with Sister Efua. Because then I know this page, we're just kind of watching the whole page and you can see everything. You kind of watching my back screen. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. If you're watching me, you want to know what I mean by TikTok, Spiritual Soul Spa. Sister Efua, Spiritual Soul Spa. That's it. Mawu, thanks for being here again. So let's answer the big question. So do people that practice African traditional religion, do they recognize who is known as God the Creator? Yes or no?
yeah, they do. Do you want me to break it down more
Yeah.
further?
This is your
Yeah,
interview.
yeah. So what I really don't understand is why should we, why should I have to be in my eco village, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I've intentionally I'm keeping some of the herbs and the plants that are going on extinction. I'm just trying to save them so that I can save the entire world, because some of these plants are very important, right? Then I'll be in my eco village, and someone comes from somewhere. I have my own beliefs in my eco village. I have my own ways of praying. I have my own ways of dressing. I have my own ways of eating, right? I have my own meals that I enjoy. That gives me what I need. That gives me the life I need. So why would I be in my space and someone comes from nowhere and tell me that, hey man, just cut this tree down, destroy this plant, don't eat this way, don't wear your traditional cloth, don't speak your traditional language. In my own space, no, I don't really think that makes so much sense, because God created everyone, created the whole world, and has placed everyone where we're supposed to be.
Mm.
So if someone is in Cincinnati now, that is where God has destined them to be. If someone is in the Gambia or is in Costa Rica, where you usually have your retreat, your annual retreat, and they live there, they have their lives there, that is where they're supposed to be, and that is where they are. Okay, so it means that we knew God. We have our own ways of worship. We have our own means of communicating with our neighbors and our friends before the so-called people who really knew God came in.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be
I
mean,
know what
but
you say. I get you. So you're saying that even before the invasion, before the emergence of people to the continent known as Africa, that there was already a recognition that there was a God creator that created everything and everyone. So there was no need for people to tell us like that there was no way for you to that you were doing it incorrectly, and that who you were celebrating, worshiping, and interchanging with was incorrect. Is that what you're saying? That so you already knew that there was something greater, bolder.
yeah, we knew all those things that they claim they brought to us. All right. Now, so if the first man that landed on our beach from that ship, right? If our forefathers never knew God, never saw that person as a handiwork of God, because they just look like them. The only difference was that they were light skinned and we were dark skinned, because we are the real African, right? So they realized that, okay, this is handiwork of God. So if they didn't knew God, they would have taken that man's life, and nothing of this nature would have happened to us, to our forefathers. They knew God, they believed God, they knew very well that God is in everyone. So they accommodated them and extend a hand of friendship to them.
I
Okay.
see what you're saying. Okay.
So they cannot come and tell us that we don't know God, or our ways of worship is wrong, or our ways of doing rituals is wrong. Right. So even in the Bible, there was a story where I think Israel or something. Like, I don't really know the Bible too well, but I know there's a story where God told these people in the captivity to kill some animals and do some painting on some emblem on their doors, symbolize and to make houses. So when the angel of death is coming, they would not touch those houses.
I know
That
what you're talking about.
that is a ritual in the Bible. Okay, when God told someone, I don't really know the man's name, but told one man to go sacrifice the son and was testing his faith. God did not say that go and just keep the child there or keep the animal there and he will come from heaven and take it. It was an animal sacrifice, actually, that was supposed to be done in the Bible. And God told the man, go and sacrifice your son before God brought in a lamb to replace the son. It was a sacrifice, an animal sacrifice. So why would they tell us now that the things that we knew how to do way back are not the best way, but theirs that they have infused in the Bible, in the supposed holy book, is the right way? So we should know this and know how to respect our elders, because a child who knows how to wash their hands well will definitely dine with the elders. So if you respect your elders, if you honor them, if you make space for them, if you give them what they like, if you once in a while you celebrate them, see that they are close to you and they'll strengthen you and make sure that you also grow well and extend this knowledge to the rest of the world.
I hear you.
See,
I hear you. Okay.
same Bible. There was also one ritual. I think it happens with the some particular church that I wouldn't want to mention no name here, but it happened with a particular church, and they call it the sacrament, right? Everything about that particular act is just like the way we do our end of year rituals for our school houses here in Africa, right?
Okay.
They shoot the local guns. You know, they have the sacrament from one point to one point, and everything in there is just like how we do our traditional worship here. What's the difference? When you go to a particular church, you see that there are statues in those churches, in their grottos, in their mission houses. There are statues there, but they tell you that our statue, praying to your statue, your great grandfather's statue, your great great grandfather's statue, is an evil worship. But praying to their statue in their church is worshiping God.
Wow.
See where we have gotten
This
now
whole
as a
idea.
people?
Yeah. Of rituals. Right. Again, it's like I said, everyone does rituals. We do rituals when we brush our teeth. We do rituals when we get dressed. And again, I want to make sure that everybody's clear. Like even when I went to Europe, I realized there were certain rituals that they did, right? This whole thing. So when I was at the Vatican, I was like, whoa, like there's a lot of rituals that are being done. There's a lot of things that are done in a reason. And so I thank you for sharing that, because I think a lot of people don't understand what we mean when we say spiritual work or traditional religions. I know in the States we have hoodoo as well. You know, those are all processes that are just, again, tapping into that energy you talked about. I like how you said that. It's just tapping into the energy. I have a question for you. So our traditional African religions, are they closed? Like, nope, not everybody can just come and learn it, or do you have to go through a process to know? Is it required? Is there always a like initiation process that people have to go to in order to be a part and to accept it? Or can you just kind of start learning and then doing?
I would say yes and no, because I believe it's a calling, right? I am a communicator. I'm a trained broadcast journalist, and I've worked over the decade in that field. But got to a point where I realized that I have a duty, right? So I've never learned anything I'm doing now. It's just a revelation. I get what I'm supposed to do through the ancestors. Like it just comes naturally to me. But definitely, people can learn it just like the way people go to the Bible school to learn to become a pastor, and go to the Bible school to learn to become a church worker or a deacon or all those things. You can still learn, you know, especially the herbal part of this whole thing. You have to understudy someone, to learn, to ask questions, to talk to people who are old, who know the herb, the values of the herbs, how you can fuse it together and bring out the best in them. Okay. So, yes, we have the man-made and the natural. Just like any other thing, we have the fake and the real. So, yes.
So how do we know? I mean, I hear that a lot from people, that they say, you know, people are telling them they can train them, or, you know, What do you say to that?
Yeah.
How do they know
Um,
who to trust?
knowing this
Of
is
course,
just
I
very
know who I
simple.
am, so don't include me,
Very
right?
simple. Yes. Mama Gan knows who she is, and I also know who I am. Let me just give you a practical example of what you need to watch out if you're going to talk to a spiritually inclined person. You'll see that what they are telling you, you never spoken about that particular situation to anyone, right? Okay,
Mhm.
for instance, I recently was working for this lady who lives in Detroit, Michigan, right? There was this issue in the family, and even the dad who happens to be the father of the lady does not know what I told the lady to go and inquire about from the granddad, right? The lady was even surprised because when she showed me the photographs of the granddad, the thing that I told her was with the granddad never showed in the photographs. But I saw it behind the scene and told her to ask,
Mhm.
go further. She went further and got the information that it was real. See, so spiritually inclined people will not ask you, okay, um, welcome to what's the name, Eternal Life um, Center. So, what is wrong with you? Are you this? Are you that? Trying to get the valuable information from you before telling you that this and this and this is that. But the inclined person spiritually will tell you things that you even have in your mind that you never told no one. That is a spiritually inclined person. And they will not tell you that, give me this amount of money or, uh, you know, make this for this to happen. The things that you need to do for them to just give you what you need spiritually must be done because they are not
That's it.
working within their own means. They are using the great powers to work, and those great powers, just like your car, you cannot have an empty tank, have no gas in your car, and expect to travel from AZ, Zone 9AB, or Zone 9B to Zone C, right? It's not possible. You need gas to go. So it's
Yeah.
just like you're sending someone to run an errand for you. Definitely, you must just make sure the things they need for that job to be done is provided. Then they can also use
Mhm.
that energy intent and support you and make sure the things that you're looking for becomes a reality. See,
Gotcha.
so it's a symbiotic relationship.
That makes sense.
This comes, and it gives you one, and it gives you the power that you need. So these are
Okay.
the things that we have to watch out for, and also be aware of um, fakesters who would pride themselves as spiritually inclined people because they are real, and when they come, you know some of the traits that they will use. We have to
It's
safeguard our
true.
people because a lot of people lose their fortunes and earnings to people who are not real.
Mm-hmm.
So being on this
Mm-hmm.
platform, being with Dr. Efua, I call it the barista Efua. It means that you're the right place.
You
And
would you say, Mama God? Mama God's here. It's okay. You can call me that. You can call me.
yeah, so basically that is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a good point. So like I said, those of you that are listening, thank you for listening to Spiritually Speaking. If you're on TikTok, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on YouTube. And thank you for being here on Facebook. Now we come to the time we're wrapping up. We've been talking now for almost an hour. We've already given, if you want to go back and see what the messages were, the messages from the different from spirit that I gave out to the collective, go back and hear it. Now is the time for you to come in and ask us the questions that are relevant to you. If you have a question you would like to ask of us, we will tap in. Please only type your question one time and only one question. And from there, we'll begin to ask you. So please go ahead and post your question as we are going to be wrapping up in about the next 10 minutes so everybody can have a chance. Again, some people come in and they want to answer questions because the questions are burning. If you want to ask a general question, you really, is it really worth answering? Do you really want to get the question answered that you want? That's what we're working with. For a private reading, you can join us at linktr.ee/spiritual soul spa. And we can schedule you a private time where you can talk to us for 10 minutes. You can talk to us for 30 minutes, or you can talk to us for 1 hour. All right. So let's get these questions going. We'll get everything going. I'm just going to check on TikTok. Oh, and those of you that are here, we're going to be continuing on. Good. All right. All right, Vladimir, you're up. Do you want to go, Mawu? You want to take them, or you want to tag
You
team?
up with the career, please. Yes, there is a lot coming up for Vladimir,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you have to brace yourself up, because when you expect more, you have to sit up more. You have to stay more committed. You have to stay more disciplined, because you can have the opportunities and just blow them with your own hands. So there are
Mm-hmm.
more chances coming. You have to just sit well and grab them, make the best out of them.
And I also heard when I read that what he said was June. When he said be more disciplined, I feel like you're being like you're looking at what has happened in the past when it comes to your career. Like you're looking at the career as something that has happened before. But I'm hearing that if you just close out your eyes and ears to the things that are limited, that are not available to you. In particular, I feel like you do something where you are either consulting, or you're doing something with technology. If that's something you're doing, I don't care if it's even you just doing customer service. It's something about the way you are communicating or giving information to people. But you're letting that seem like that's going to be a dissipant. Stop looking in the past, because that's what's burning up your energy. Yeah, that's what's burning up your energy. So you get frustrated and you get distracted. So then when the opportunity comes, you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But it's not really happening because you're looking too far in the back in the past. Also, you have some energy around you, around something dealing with um like it's a female, right? So that could be what the area of your weakness could be, is that you are getting distracted in that energy, looking back in the past, or trying to make people see your worth through stuff that has nothing to do with it. You're giving your time and energy to the wrong people, Vlad. Okay. All right, let's move on. Sierra says, any new opportunities for you? Have you gotten a position? Okay, go ahead. I feel like you should
Oh,
have a position. I see you in like a nurse, in like a the nurses stuff. I know what you trained for. I'm telling you, I see you working in that position. So if you haven't gotten into that position yet, it's important for you to do that. Your energy, your lightheartedness, do not get distracted. They keep saying, do not get distracted by what you don't see. I know that sounds different. Do not get distracted by why you don't see, meaning because you don't see what you think you should see, don't let that distract you from seeing what is there. The opportunity is employment. The opportunity is a piece of life that is better than where you are right now. Go ahead, Mawu.
yeah, to just buttress your point, opportunities definitely would come in one's life. And when you are not prepared, mm, see, it's something just, um, there's just a thin line between opportunities and disaster, right? So what I see now is a little chaotic scene, but in the opportunity, that is what I see there. So you should be very meticulous and careful about your choices. Maybe
Hmm.
you're moving from you're trying to transition from an old job to a new place, and it might seem that there is opportunity there, but there can also be danger in there. So you have to just be
Hmm.
very cautious with the moves, and um, just do the right choices to save you.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it.
And also be patient because I see that I just had a voice that, yeah, be patient, be patient, patience. Patience moves mountains, you know? So maybe you just need to be a little bit more patient. It will be okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all in your ears. It's just stuff that's in your ears that ain't yours. What should I make? What should I make of this situation with Michael Mitchell? Met her through a friend, but not sure if I should pursue this. Mawu?
What's the name again? Is it Michelle or meant to
Michelle.
be
Mm-hmm.
my Michelle or Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
Because I heard Michelle, like Michelle. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
Niche. Maybe it's Michelle. Oh, okay. So I'll tell you what I okay, there he is. I heard Michelle. Yeah. Go ahead.
Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle is just not really going to be. I have to just be straightforward. Michelle is not going to really be okay for you because I see a dark light hovering around Michelle. I don't really know about her past, about her energy, but what I see is like a dark shield around her, and that dark shield is not allowing no light to shine. So it means that if you and Michelle move further or you pursue her, means that it's going to try to dim your light and make things go haywire. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, because when I and what I'm saying is that it's like she's hiding something. So the fact that he said the darkness, I also got that right away. There are some things about her that are not really revealed, right? She's draping some of the behaviors, some of the habits that she has that would truly get you all wound up and distracted. It's you ever see those things people take the fans, people take fans, they take a fan and they be like this, so you really can't see them, you really can't see who they are. That's what I see it like. Yes, your friend introduced you, but just because your friend introduced you doesn't mean they know everything about that person behind closed doors. And if you get involved, your money is going to draw up and your health will be affected. Be very cautious. Thank you.
But why again is she trying to hide behind a fan? If you have a clean energy, why should you be hiding your face, your real ID?
Yeah, something
Bring
isn't
it out.
isn't harnessing in there. It's just
Yeah.
some stuff, and sometimes people hide things because they know that they themselves are just looking for opportunities. And you have a very Jimmy, you have a very even now it's telling me to just like heal you, like I'm healing you with energy and shielding you with energy. You have you expose yourself a lot because you have a caring heart, and you know that you are abundant in a lot of ways. So your life is a little different, and people want a part of that, and they want you around them. I'm not going to say no more like that online. I'm just going to let you know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hmm. Peace and light. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Will my health situation get better? I'm waiting on you.
Yeah. The health situation is getting better, but you have to infuse the right healing method. Okay.
Hmm.
You cannot be doing the right thing at the wrong time, you know. So yes, Mama Gan knows more of the healing processes that she can take you through, and yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You just have to just
Oh. it's MTN. I'll tell you when he comes back, I'll let him finish. But yes, the health will improve, but it's also telling me that you're kind of exposing yourself to some things and some things in your environment that are making your condition delay the return of restoration. So you need to put yourself in position. I see your body and I see what's happening. And I do agree. You should, before you try to do everything, let's get clear on what needs to be done. Some things in your environment. And also you do need to start infusing some things into your actual meal plan that you eat. I know you got some issues going on, but hear me. You have to be very mindful. You have to be very mindful of what happens when our body is talking to us. Earlier in the program, I talked about that what we eat, what we allow to go into our bodies, how our brain, and today it was the crown chakra, right? And I was sharing with you that if our nervous system, if our thymus and our pineal gland is not clear, is not able to focus and have I know, we will be stuck in energies and our body will respond. And so the short of it is that yes, you will get better, but it also is going to require you make an environmental change and add some things to your environment that support you in having your personal space and equilibrium. Absolutely. Spiritual development. I feel like you're busy searching and researching. That's what I'm getting. I see you searching and researching, really trying to get to the root of how you're supposed to heal. Even now, my hands and feet are on fire for you, right? So that's telling me that you're already tapping into some of your spiritual energy and your gift energy. But then you also need to know that when you're doing that, you got to focus on the understanding part of it and the application, like understanding how you apply it and how it's going to benefit you and others. It definitely is time for you to be in this path of going. Even in my ears, like you get messages very keenly. You get pulled and guided very keenly with messages. You just now need to continue to be more consistent and focus on understanding the application of that new knowledge and revelation. Because you're in a very sensitive stage in your spiritual development. Mm-hmm. And yes, you are trying to break ties with some things and places and people, right? You are trying to break ties. Sorry for that, y'all. Excuse me. You are trying to break ties with some of the previous beliefs and previous limitations you were given upon yourself. Okay. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, positively, so it is. Yeah. So you definitely are on the right journey. Just get into that understanding so you can apply and benefit from it. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That was Max. Jelani says, anything on health? You are another person. Like I said, if you can just get your mind and body to be more in harmonize, you do have some stuff going on when it comes to your, that crown chakra was for you to understand, to be able to say, you know who you are and to be willing to understand that what's coming your way is yours. So your health is only a result of this nervousness, this new energy that you're pulling from that is actually your energy for change and transformation to develop and open up spaces. Hey. And I only know this because I remember you and I shared something to you about some gastrointestinal stomach issues, right? Some stomach issues, right? To know that you got to be gentle with yourself, right? You got to be gentle with yourself, and you're another one. You're tapping into the spiritual world, but when you're tapping into the spiritual world, don't treat it like an aspirin. Let it become your daily multivitamin to give you the insight and the battle. You don't have to have any of the issues that people around you have. That's the key. Don't have any of the issues that are around you. Your nervousness is only because you're still trying to work out the root of your existence. That's it. Your health is fine. Even the gastrointestinal stuff is kind of a little irritable. It's a little raw. I do feel a little bit of and see a little bit of like bacteria is the word I want to use right now that needs to just kind of reset your body. If we can reset your body by doing that, it's going to require your mental, it's going to require your spiritual, and it's going to require you to take control of your physical well-being by not worrying about things or trying to push things to come into reality. That's what I hear for you. So your health is fine, except for that gastrointestinal thing that's going on. Also, the way you eat food and you're drinking. Listen, I understand a good drink too, but sometimes you got to understand that taking in certain drinks with certain foods exacerbates conditions that should not even be existent. So if you're finding that a particular drink is causing you problems and that particular food is causing you a problem, eliminate it. Yeah. I'm wondering a lot of the health stuff is related to diet. Something else I'm going through my body I need to address. Yeah, I would say the same thing for you. You also are going through a like you're trying to play with different things about what can you add, what can you take away. But again, remember, when our bodies are trying to heal and when we are eliminating things from our meal plan, from our meal exchange, remember that whatever you do, don't do it out of guilt or don't do it out of revenge. Do it out of the fact that you're hearing it. Like for instance, today I was telling someone that there's certain foods that I just don't eat because I realize that it impedes me spiritually, physically, or whatever. Okay. So if I eliminate that, I have to be in agreement with it to make sure that it is extending into the manifestation of my good life. Your body also needs to have a serious detox. By the way, that's something we do here. You can contact me about that too. We do detoxes. I can tell you some things, some products to detox with. I don't believe in all that craziness, but I do believe in a certain system and process that I know will allow you to still take in nutrients into your body, to still fast away and put away these toxins that are in our skin, that are in our ears, that are in our bodies, that are in our ears and our minds and our memory bank that are preventing us from having the fullness of your life. I'm telling you right now, what I see in your body is a lot of buildup of white blood cells. It's not cancer. Hear me. When that happens, that means we got an overproduction of certain things. We can talk about later. But if I were you, I would get into a serious detoxing food and mentally. I would mentally, I didn't say spiritually, I said mentally take yourself through a fasting process that is for your mental health and also begin to eat something, incorporate some things into your meal plan that support you. And I feel like just right now I heard you say, I know exactly what she's talking about because I felt that too. There is a need to just kind of clean out your whole system. Absolutely, positively, so it is. Do you have a contract or something coming up where you got to go present something about a business or a class or something you're doing or taking? Because that's what I'm getting for you. Being in a mood is okay, right? Because being in a mood means you need to pause to assess what's going on around you. And remember, your emotions are here to protect you. So if you're being told that you need to pause, disconnect, reevaluate, release, restore, rebuild, right? Rethink something, then do it. But remember, nothing outside of you is going to give you anything more than what you already have in you. Does that make sense? Nothing outside of you is going to give you anything more than what you already have inside of you. So if your drive is low, if your confidence is low, if your finances is low, then you have to figure out how to bring that about. I keep telling people, you cannot live a life by compartmentalizing your money, your emotions, your mental mindset, your spiritual activation and abilities and possibilities, and your health and wellness. They all must be intertwined. They always are in harmony. And when they're not, you're going to have moods, which is usual, right? We all have moods. But that's what I see for you. I feel like there's something that you're going to end up presenting by the end of the week, or having to create or participate in, that's going to boost your energy a little bit. Because right now I feel like you're getting a little antsy, right? You're getting a little antsy. I just be getting put down by. I don't understand why you're still allowing yourself to engage in conversations. This is just sister, auntie, mama talking to you. Nobody has the right to talk to you about anything that is not required. Right? Again, you had a plan, you stick to it. If you know the plan A didn't work, get plan B, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Right? So you are already moving forward. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Look forward. Look side to side and look forward, but do not look back. Oh, we don't do into all that here. We don't do all to that. But I do see your children coming around you. I do see children. I see you having 2 more pregnancies. I do see 2 more pregnancies. Okay. It's a female. And then after that, will it be a boy? But here's what you shouldn't worry about. You should be happy that you're having pregnancies, right? Because no matter what you have going on in your life, no matter what you have going on in your life, to be able to have the authority and the position and the trustworthiness to be honored with a child is always a blessing. It will never change. If your husband want a boy and you have a boy, if he don't want to be there, with that child, it don't matter if you're a boy or a girl. And I know culturally that's what we do, right? We try to follow. Yeah. No, like I just told somebody today, you getting pregnant is not going to keep your marriage or change your husband. Yes, I felt a bit on the fence about her. Okay, you're giving me feedback. Okay, good. I'm telling you, it's very much off. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, am I on the right path? Okay, so when you said that, right, they was like, she's trying to play. She's trying to get you to tell her that she needs to let go of this and go move this. Listen, let me tell you something. Never play with spirit. Be very clear on what you want to get clarity on. You are fully aware that how you are moving and how you are behaving. And let me say this to you. When you tap into the spirit and you begin to walk in the conscious awareness of the power of how spirituality works, how you can tap into realms, how you can have focus points to bring about change and elevate situations and eliminate situations and conditions. Once you do that, and let me tell you, people that are spiritual have relationship issues, because when you get into that energy field and that vibrational frequency, hear me, we all have an energy field, but when you begin to radiate so much energy that it raises your frequency, everybody cannot stand that energy. And you have to make a decision. Do I want to drop back down and lower my energy to be in this space and to be accepted and to fulfill the physical needs that I have, or feed into the subconscious memories of ideas of loneliness and lack and I don't have and I need, I'm without. That's what you have to ask yourself. That's what you have to ask yourself. Okay? So you are on the right path, but you got to be committed to this path. When I was a little girl, I used to play this game that was called jump in, jump out, jump side to side, jump on, right? Jump in, you know, the girls tied their legs on the ropes, and then you jumped in the middle, you jumped out, you jump side to side, jump on. You got to decide that you're going to jump on or you're going to stay in. But either way, you can't keep playing that game like back and forth, back and forth. You're welcome. You can. You can. Thank you for the feedback, everybody. Again, this is Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua. We're here every Monday and Wednesday. Today, we had a great conversation with the guest, Mawu Badasu, who is from Ghana. He is a traditional African practitioner. He talked about the whole ideal of spirit, who spirit is as it relates to the African experience, and not just the African, because even like I said, when I was in European countries, I saw people doing rituals. I saw at the Vatican, I saw people doing rituals as a way to reconnect and do what they have to do. So it's not a competition. It's not a competition. It's not a denial. It's not an exclusion. It is an integration and a recognition of all that was created by that which people call spirit, light, source, universe, God, Allah, Yahweh, you know. So there was a great conversation. I really enjoyed how he broke that down to have us understand that. And he talked about whether or not, you know, having access to traditional practices require an initiation. He said yes and no. Right? He said you can begin to do some things, but then when you want to go a little deeper and have a better quality of experience and exchange and understand why you're doing it, then yes, you should have someone to guide you through that process. But he also said, be careful, right? You should be aware. So thanks for being here. I know, girl, everybody got a health question. It is that type of day. It's okay. And I'm in my doctor mode. I just had patients today, right? Woo. Hey, Liz. Welcome, baby. Liz, I'm getting back to you soon, so don't worry. I'm calling you to do exactly what. Okay, my love. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're cleansing your body and you've done some things and you're tapping into a frequency. I really should probably do a lesson. That's actually in the academy I just did something about frequencies, like energy fields and frequencies. So I think we don't talk about that enough. And I think that even I've had to get on somebody that was talking about, you know, oh, I'm an empath. It doesn't make you, you know, weak. Spiritual gifts don't make you weak, but it does complicate your life. Hey, Mercury, what's up? Talk to me about your money situation. You know that money is all based upon your belief and your energy, right? Of how you can receive and allow it to circulate in your life and grow and expand, right? Are you aware of that? Are you aware that I need you to type in if you can hear me? I know we got about a 10-second, 15-second delay. So I'm going to kind of watch for you, but that's what I'm getting about you is about your money. It's about your money. It's about honoring more of who and what you are, right? Who and what you are. Do me a favor, Jacqueline. Can you make an appointment with me? People, can y'all make appointments with me? Because I'm in the middle of another program and project. So it would really make a difference if y'all could just book an appointment through the Linktree. It'll allow you to really get it done. If it's something that's quick, where it's just a simple thing, it's not going to be readings or whatever. You could do that. You might just make an appointment. Just make an appointment. 10-minute appointment, just book it. and let's just go through what we got to go through, because I don't want to start saying things out here and then I half give it and then I forget. Okay. This is a very busy time for me. September's and October's are very busy times for me here. Yeah, just 10 minutes. Just book the 10 minutes. If it goes over whatever, then we'll do that. But it's really important to book that 10-minute time slot. And because it's a paid slot, it just means that, you'll be there for sure. You'll be ready. You won't forget. I won't forget because it's on the big calendar, right? All right. And then I can be prepared because it tells you to tell me what I'm supposed to do. So if I'm supposed to give you some type of treatment or some type of, something, then it just helps me prepare, right? Same thing with Ellie, Mawu. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you, my love. Virgo, I have not forgotten about you. It's talking about your money and about currency of money. Listen, you must begin to invest fully in yourself. And you must begin to expect people to invest in you when you invest in them. It may not be the same way, but just keep that in mind. Work on your finances and building a better relationship. All right, now. All right, y'all. We have come to the place where we have ended. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. I want to remind everybody what we said. We're working with our crown chakra, which is opening us up to have an awareness, access the infinite intelligent, and be in the state of I know. The state of I know. Right. So a lot of people do the I am stuff. And I've talked to y'all about that and I've shared with that. And when you get my chakra deck, if you ever so much want to purchase the chakra deck, it does talk you through what each chakra does. It's a little card. It gives you music. There's also a little small booklet that comes with it that explains to you what chakras are and the energy fields and the meridians lines that come in line with that. And it's also giving you a chance to really have a concurrency of what your life actually should be like when you begin to address it. Everything is not I am. I am is only addressing the root chakra. I feel is your sacral chakra below your navel. Above your navel is the I have or the action in the solar plexus. The love, right, is about how you love that which you're bringing up, right? You begin to speak about it, right? You affirming it with your words, with your conversations. And these are all the things, I can see it. I see the manifestation of that which I am in everywhere and every time I go. And then I know it and then I be it. You understand? Because we talk about the main 7 chakras, but actually they also mimic you on the side in all over ways. So there's really more, but we talk about those main 7. If you can master the understanding of those and integrate them into your life, I'm just saying, our store is being rebuilt. Just so y'all know, we are moving to a new platform. I'm moving to a new platform. We're going to try to integrate more things to streamline. As you know, as I said before, we do the retreats, we do the podcast. We also have our Eternal Life Spiritual Center for Eternal Life Center for Spiritual Advancement opening up. It used to be called Aazon Life Alchemy Center, but now it's called the Eternal Life Center for Spiritual Advancement, which also includes us doing some more in-depth classes through the academy and also through services that we hold on Sunday mornings. And it's a great way for us to integrate and come together in a solid place where it's safe for us to explore the divinity that we are, right? People talk about divine feminine, the goddess, the God, all of that. Well, you need to be in a community that allows you to express that and further explore it and put it into action, right? And it's a new process, but it's going to be so beneficial. So this is why I keep telling you, after a while, I won't be available like this. You understand? You won't be available like this because it would only distract and take away from the quality of people who are coming and being a part of the community that are also sharing out. You're going to be times when I don't come forward, but other people come forward, even without me, because that's what community is, right? We recognize all gifts, talents, and abilities. So thank you for the feedback. The store will be up. I believe they're still on the Linktree. For now, the chakra deck, I think, is still on there. If you want to come to the Soul Sabbatical in the month of September, we still have a couple of weeks. You can still try to get in. you can still try to get in. And that's the 28th of 27th, 28th, and 29th and 30th of September. That last weekend, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you leave on that Monday morning. So if you want to be a part of that soul sabbatical, go ahead and click on it and reserve your space for September. It is a limited space. It is not designed for big groups, because the soul sabbatical has 3 tracks and they're very much hands-on with myself and the other 3 practitioners. We are working on 3 tracks. The track is the relax and reset, restore, where we're working on your personal matters that you need to address, as well as some other spiritual things, and also working on your you'll get the other opportunities that we talk about. But then there's one that does herbal and medicinal healing using plant-based allies, medications to go through for you to experience. I'm saying medication for a sense of your terms. And then we also have one that is all about, tapping into your spiritual gifts and identifying some blockages that you may have, taking away some of that things. And you'll have an opportunity. It's very interactive. That's why we said we can't have a house full of people. It has to be people that we can take our time and monitor you as you're going through this process. So if you're interested in the soul sabbatical, please join us at the end of this month here in Arizona. You need to get a plane ticket and pay your registration fee, and you'll be able to be here. Once you get here, everything is taken care of. You just need to get here and pay your registration fee. All right. Thanks for joining us here for Spiritually Speaking. I am Sista Efua. Thanks for being here. And remember that when things begin to cloud your way, make you feel like you just can't go on, stop. Scream out nice and loud. That's not my reality. And remember, it's only a bad dream until you believe it and make it true. Take care.